Hello, and welcome, beautiful cosmic soul. Have you ever wondered what the Veil of Amnesia is? You know that thing that you've heard about? Veil of Amnesia is getting lifted. It's almost gone. It is gone. Well, great. In this video, I'm going to go over that and some of the teachings from Bashar, some of the channelings, and I'll go ahead and break that down so that way you can understand this veil that you walk through and the curtain got dropped. So this video is for those who are on the spiritual awakening journey, who have already spiritually awakened, and if you already have, you know for sure you're going to keep doing that over and over and over, and countless times you're going to re-emerge as a butterfly from your cocoon. I'm going to go over a little bit of the higher self. I'm also a little bit underneath the weather. Today I did take notes on this video that I was extremely inspired on, and I am going to go ahead and just share them. So it'll be kind of like a story time for those who really want to know what the higher self is. Essentially, I'm just sharing it with myself, which is you, and you are me. And this is all just a projection. And regardless of what reality you're in, when you get this message and receive this video, it's for your individual experience here. So that way you can perceive it and become the co-creator of your world. So let's get it. I'm Vency. I'm your Divine Feminine Empowerment and Spiritual Awakening Coach. And I'm here to move you from the fear that you have in your life to the freedom of living to your fullest expression of self. Cultivate deep and meaningful relationships with others, romantic and non-romantic. Most importantly, supporting you and falling completely in love with your life. And just when you think you can't take another step, I'm going to give you a little shove so you can fall in love with yourself. Let's get to these notes. It's funny, it's always after I figure something out, I get a video that perfectly explains it. So, number one is you're channeling all the time. So you have this persona and personality of a human that you've created, and you think you are who you are right now. However, truly, you've created this and you're channeling at all times. Like that veil and that curtain that you walk through, and this is why it's getting lifted, because you're now coming to the realization you're getting this information. It's to help you realize this, and that's why it's getting lifted. Like the information was never meant to be kept secret. It was for you to experience enough human experience things so that way you become curious and wonder, what is this simulation like reality, matrix type reality? Something's a little off, right? You're born not knowing anything and you're learning stuff, and like just, you know, things that almost seemed impossible a few years ago are like now possible. Maybe not a few years ago. However, like 10, 20 years ago. Like even when electricity didn't even exist or computers, like now they're possible and we have them like right here in our freaking hand. Just saying, right? So this is the infinite possibilities that are possible in this physical world. This little game, essentially. So these notes aren't 100% refined. And let's keep going. Coming from your higher being projected into the concept of limited physical reality. So you're projecting yourself into this human form, this body, and the person you think yourself to be is a channeled entity. Learning who you can express yourself to actually be, that is perhaps more and more representative who you actually are from a greater level. Everyone is channeling from a higher source. It means you have already created this physical reality for yourself. Before you were birthed into this world, you created it. Even if, and I'm not trying to cause some religious uproar, just think about it. Even if there is a God, purple monkey dishwasher in the sky, whatever is in alignment for you to believe to be true about a higher power, they created you. You don't think they're going to want to experience the creation they made? Like, they just made you so you can just flop around and stuff. I'm pretty sure you got tired of GTA with cheat codes, and you're like, let me just wipe some of my memory and experience things with limitations so that way I can learn how to expand. Because essentially, you're walking around with a little basket, and With the variety we have here on Earth, you're picking and choosing things that you want in your basket. And part of those things are your life experiences, struggles, communications with others, dating narcissistic people whom later teach you how to set boundaries. I, I had to date a narcissist to figure out how to set boundaries. I had to realize I was a people pleaser seeking validation and approval, which is sometimes a manipulative thing to do when you're a people pleaser. You do things for others and you think and expect they're going to like you because you're doing those things. And then there goes your worthiness right down the drain. So I did that for a long time until I healed my people pleasing wound and my worthiness wounds. And I started recognizing the people I'm attracting in my life and the things that I'm doing. Because once I started pulling my energy away from them, I became a problem. Clearly, they didn't really like me for me. They liked for what I was putting on. They liked that version of me, the not real version of me. Because that sucks, right? Anyway, we're gonna get off the rails here. Stay focused. Back to this basket. It's actually in the notes. You're walking around with the basket on your arm, and you walk around and you pick up the pieces. You get to pick up the pieces of who you really are, because what's connected to your soul when you walked at the curtain, the veil of amnesia, curtain got dropped. You're now remembering who you are, and you're picking up things and experiences. When you have these negative experiences with a narcissist, you can choose to be evil and do something horrible back to them. Maybe you have. I haven't been perfect, my entire life. Very toxic masculine traits when I was in 19 and 20 and 21. I didn't really know how to express and communicate things, right? Except in my basket, I decided I want to do the inner work. I don't like how I'm showing up. I don't like how I'm feeling resentment and anger and guilt and shame. And I'm robbing myself of peace and joy and happiness, and I'm doing it. I'm the one taking it away from myself by allowing myself to feel feelings I don't want to feel anymore. So I did the inner work and I took those things out of my basket and I took the ones that I do like and popped them in. And what's closer and closer to my true divine self is unconditional love. Without the condition needing to change, I can stay in the vibration of love. It means I can respond to people rather than react on my emotions, my physical emotions. I can choose creative ways to respond, choose when I need to step back, and not later do something I'm not going to prefer. That's not of my preference. That's going to, make situations worse. So you get to choose what goes in your basket. Truly ask yourself, do you want to be this way? Do you like this? Do you want to show up like this in the world and rendezvous with others? Is this how you want to show up and play on this playground with people? Even if everybody is just a reflection of you, even if maybe you are the only conscious being here, you can't prove anybody else is conscious. You're not in their body, you're not in their mind. You're the only one that has consciousness. What if this is all just a play and a projection, and you're the main character, and you can choose and act the role that you want at any moment? Every moment is a new moment. You can shift in this present moment and choose what's no longer going to stay in your basket and what you're going to keep in your basket. Kind of like an Easter egg hunt. Some of these eggs might be rotten though, so take them out, or they're going to spoil the whole batch. So, how do you want to show up? Is this who you really are? Do you like who you are? Does it feel good when you get angry and yell and do something manipulative, or you act on your trigger, or you hurt somebody mentally or even physically? Does it feel good? Does it feel good to try to manipulate others to get your needs met because you don't feel worthy? No. It's like since you're born, there's literally classes on how to not feel good enough. Well, like nobody teaches you that the worthiness stems from within. Well, actually, now there's a lot of spiritual coaches and motivational coaches and life coaches that do, right? and they had to all walk through the fire. They all had to go through a spiritual journey and a deepening, and they had to go so deep that they had no choice but to find a way out and dig it out and take the things out of their baskets and share this light. They're just lighthouses now, including myself. I'm putting myself out here for the whole internet to see because I've been through a lot. And I'm not here to trauma bond. I'm here to give you a map, a roadmap on how to, one, expand your consciousness and how to overcome these things. So part of this realization that you are divine, you get to choose who you want to be and how you want to show up as. You have your basket. So you get to recollect yourself along the way, remembering who you are, and naturally you will always choose to want to be better. And don't wish for your life to get easier. Wish for you to be better. Because as you become better, these things become easier. And you're always going to want more. So what more means is there's a next level. So guess what? Beautiful one, dear one, cosmic soul. It's always new levels, same frickin' devils. Here, hold on, maybe I should do that. There's always going to be some kind of challenge, and that's what a challenge is. A challenge is not something that's negative. It's to challenge you to want to grow, to want to expand. It's fun. It's a challenge. And you can do the challenge whenever you want. Nobody's forcing you to do the challenge. You can take your sweet time with it. You can run, walk, crawl, teleport, jump realities, timeline shift, whatever is in alignment for you and where you're at in your current conscious placement. And you understand some of these spiritual laws we have in this simulation life. You get to decide how quickly you jump. Now I know I'm not so like enthusiastic today. I'm more like, I'm still not feeling too good. High vibration hangover. Actually, I think that's what I'm having. High vibe hangover. When you get in this ball of energy and then your body can't handle it, and then you're like, oh, I need to like chill, and then it's like, no, I don't. I have unlimited energy, which yeah, I do. I can quickly shift, which is wild. And then I just like kind of fall back into it, and I'm like, it's like a switch. It's super strange. And that's how powerful we are. Your willpower will determine how much energy you have, and it's a choice. Placebos work for some reason. Just putting that out there. All right, let's get on the next thing. This note's a little bit longer. However, story time with my buttery smooth voice. I love having a microphone. It's way better than when I didn't, and it was just the phone camera. A lot of like echoey reverb stuff. All right, let's get it. You are not solid being. Solid would mean you cannot change. If you're solid like a rock, you can't phase shift. Once somebody told me, it's like attorney, I signed up for personal training when I was a personal training director, manager, different part of my life. Told me, he's like, people don't change. And I actually believed it back then. I actually believed it. However, that's not true. People that are willing to do the inner work, people that are willing to shift, maybe you don't actually change from your core divine self. You just remember who you are, right? So it's taking those things out of your baskets, because you never will actually shift who you truly are. It's about letting go of these things that you're not. Negative feelings, negative emotions, negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, parent patterns, lack of abundance. Toss it out of your basket. Okay? Because I know it's not Easter, and this Easter bunny is giving you the keys. Yeah, actually, that kind of would suck to know where all the eggs are. It would kind of be fun. Not really though. Giving you the hints, Easter egg hunt. Anyway, you are light projected on a movie screen. You are a character in a play. You can start acting how and who you want to be at any time. The real you are the person behind the curtain. Your body is the curtain, and it is not your identity. It's a piece of it. But, and not but, Char likes to use but. This part's actually from him. It is not your identity, and to believe so would be a mistake. So again, you are the person behind the curtain, behind the veil. You created all of this. This is the keys of the kingdom right here. For you to realize how powerful you are, and every day you wake up here on earth choosing to have this experience. Your consciousness, your thoughts, you are it. You are that eternal source being. And whatever you believe, because you can think whatever you want in your thoughts, in your imagination, in your head, nobody's stopping you. There's no limits. You can think of all the kinky, naughty things in a meeting with a bunch of attorneys. They don't ever have a clue what you're thinking about. I'm just saying, you can run your imagination wild. So that's how powerful you are. You have the ability to also choose that you do want to be creative and expand and love people and show up unconditionally. And you can decide that you don't have to react to your triggers. You don't have to do anything. You get to choose how you want to show up and how you want to be and who you want to act as. Your body is the curtain, and it is not your identity. It is a piece of it, but it is not your identity. And to believe so would be a mistake. It has served you and brought you to this point right now. Take a moment. Take a moment right now. This very moment. To where you can pull the curtain and reveal more to yourself. And you will find how brilliant and how limitless, how beautiful, how amazing, how creative, how powerful is that being behind the curtain. Your thoughts, you're free to control them. In your mind, that's you. That's you. You are your thoughts. You have complete control of your imagination. You're behind the curtain. And this physical body is the veil, and you fall into it every single day. When you go to the store, you walk into Costco, you talk to the cashier, you instantly forget. You pull up a bill, you just fall back into the illusion, the projection, the shadow play, and you start to think you're only a human, and you're limiting yourself again. You are behind the curtain at all times, and you're getting to choose to be human. So have fun with all of this. What is, like, you make it matter. Like, you literally make things matter into your reality when you become a vibrational match to them. So manifestation is you become the vibrational wavelength of that thing, then it becomes visible. Literal matter, making it matter. And you make it matter in your mind. If you make something matter and be of importance to you, you're putting it on a pedestal and either maybe repelling it, that you don't have it, that lack of abundance, lack of love. You're making it matter. You don't have it. And that's what you're thinking about, and you're repelling, and you're making it literally matter into your existence. You're not even repelling the lack of abundance or the lack of love. You're making it matter. You're making it manifest because you're on that wavelength of it. You ever get in a relationship and literally, like, you're feeling so much in love and like you were single for like a year or two, and then as soon as you get in this relationship, now all of a sudden everybody's like interested in you. Now you're seeing more opportunities. Why? Because you have the vibration of love and you can feel it. You ever let go of an ex and you finally got over them, and the next thing you know, they call you? Yeah. You finally let go and you move on. Now they're hitting you back up. You make it matter. You make it matter. Physically and emotionally, and that is the law of attraction. So, let's get to this. Remember how limitless, how beautiful, how amazing, how creative, how powerful is that being? That being is you. Who has created the curtain? Who has created the illusion? Who has created the smokescreen? Who has created the identity? Who has channeled this personality? This personality, the human personality. In order to explore a realm of consciousness with greater consciousness that you are. In order to explore a realm of consciousness with the greater consciousness that you are. Meaning you get to explore your consciousness from the greater consciousness that you are. So essentially when you go back, you unplug. Like when you go to well, when you pass on, you unplug and you go back to who you are. When you go to bed, you wake up as your higher self. And then you deliberately forget. And you come back down here to do it, to have fun. This is the vacation. It's the dream. Quite literally, this is the dream. You ever go into a dream and you actually believe what's around you? Like whenever you go into a dream until like things get real funny and weird in the dream, and then you kind of wake up in there like, oh, that doesn't seem right. I don't think grandma should be turning into a dragon. And I don't think that raccoon is supposed to be making videos and content on my computer and filming me doing it. Wait a minute, why am I the raccoon? Why what the heck? Yeah, and then you wake up. However, you buy it for a small amount of time while you're in the dream. That's how this is. You're literally buying it. You're buying that this is the reality. So again, in order to explore a realm of consciousness with the greater consciousness that you are, for remember, there is no outside. Everything you experience is taken place within the greater consciousness that you are, including this concept that you call your body. It's a projection of light, an illusion, a reflection. And if you've manifested this video and you watched this far, believe me, you're ready to take on this next journey of your life. And if you already are on the spiritual awakening path, yo, this is a reminder of how powerful you are. You get to wake up constantly, over and over, through your spiritual journey. You may hear the same things over and over in different ways. That's why I continuously keep watching Bashar videos. I keep expanding myself with information because I need the reminders. I get I I get to play in the illusion dream too, and sometimes I fall too deep. Smoke and mirrors is what you are. It's probably don't really fully get, but Bashar said you might get it. Let me know if you in the comments if you know. So blow yourselves away and see what actually reflects back to you in the mirror. That part I understand. Smoke, I don't really understand what smoke and mirrors are though. Like I think it's like, smoke and there's a bunch of mirrors and you can't really see yourself in the mirror until you blow all the smoke away. Maybe I think I just figured it out. Again, let me know in the comments if that's right. Yeah, so blow yourself away and see the reflection of who you are, which is your consciousness. And earlier today in the shower, it actually made sense. It's as I was sitting with the water pouring and I'm like, oh man, I really am my higher self. I'm channeling at all times. This is it. I'm channeling right now. My consciousness is being channeled here. My body is within my consciousness. Everything is a projection. I wish you the best on your journey. Please take this on your journey and have a wonderful, magnificent, transformative, alchemizing day. Beautiful cosmic soul, love and light vibration out. Bye.